How I'm supposed to judge you by the content of your character? You don't even understand why Black Lives Matter. I have a dream. Nah, tell me who don't understand it. Who don't wanna get back to their family. Who don't wanna lap up in those mansions.
Welcome to the 5th episode of Sinn3r Sundays. It's your boy Isaiah the 3rd,
AKA
Malcolm Sex,
AKA
Curse My Poppy,
AKA
Content. The world has been in chaos, rightfully so, because Breonna Taylor's killers are still on the loose and they're talking about firing someone.
Hello.
There are 3 niggas that need to they need to be in jail. And it is just very unfortunate that we are here. And it's disgusting because this would have just been swept under the rug, just like many other cases. Yo, rest in peace to Andres. Andres Guardado was a security guard, 18 years old. He had a gun on him, but that's, part of his job. And he ran from cops because, I don't blame him. I would run from cops too. Even complying these days can still get you killed. So young man's ran from the cops and they shot him. Niggas fucking destroyed the cameras. Niggas didn't even have the body cameras on. Niggas just made sure everything was foul about it. Just with the Breonna Taylor case, niggas lost the fucking warrant. How can you lose a search warrant And it doesn't even matter because the nigga who fucking signed off to the search warrant is most likely the same nigga that always signs off on the search warrant. So it's like, go to him and see what's up. But apparently no one knows what's up. It's just chaos. And niggas just lying to the mob. What is wrong with you? You guys fucked up. That's literally no else you could put it. You fucked up crazy. And it sucks too, because protesters, it's great to protest. I was out there protesting, but I don't know what it is, but certain protesters they end up becoming targets, just like Toy, and rest in peace. It doesn't make sense. It literally doesn't make sense. And it's our Black women that always go missing and always end up. And it's very unfortunate. Like, they never find us. I'm just gonna put this out there. I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna say this because it's my belief. There are no Black kids hanging themselves, lynching themselves, you feel me, with ropes on trees. You feel me? They're not doing that. I understand suicide. I understand some people, because we're not asked to be here. We're just born, and then, we're not asked to be put on this earth. So I get it. You might want to leave earlier than expected. Cool. Well, it's not cool, but it's like, you should really talk about it with somebody. But who am I to tell you what to do? Like, I can really give you advice, try to tell you that it's not the way to go. Realistically, you should just keep on doing it. But if you want to go, speak to somebody first. But niggas ain't hanging themselves off trees with ropes in this day and age, in this time. That's not what's happening. And the shit with Rashard Brooks, I get it. His jacket is very checkered. Like, his past is it's a past. If anyone has a past, he has one. And he was in jail. He's serving his time, and then he was let go. Well, not let go. It was just like a temporary release because of COVID. And the story is he was driving drunk, and then he pulled over in a Wendy's parking lot or something like that, and then cops, pulled up on him, and then, what happened. I feel like shooting someone should always be the last resort. Like I said in the last episode, I really fuck with the UK, how the niggas in the streets aren't armed police. Like, they have armed police, but they're not really in the streets, and I fuck with that because, I do get it. These niggas be fearing for their lives, but come on, bro. All these niggas shoot first, and I get it. Shoot first, ask questions later if you're fearing for your life, but you're fearing for your life with a stun gun. When you fire the stun guns all willy-nilly. If anything, these niggas should just be having stun guns if that's like whatever, because these niggas need way more training and they should get defunded. Like, all those billies, like more than 100 billies, they don't deserve that. They really don't. But I really feel like it's like money laundering. Like, if you know, you know. And I feel like America money launders the shit out of a lot of stuff. And it doesn't need to. Like, you could just create cash. You create cash, put it in the street. I don't even care about fucking the deflation. You can make it work. Like, you can always make things work. Because, like, giving out $1,200, you could have definitely given out reparations. Like, none of this makes sense. And the president is a bastard. That's why his shit was empty. Like JJ Redick said, LeBron James had way more people watching his high school games than he had in auditorium. I think it was like 6,200 in his shit, and LeBron had 15K. 15K to watch a 6'7", 240-pound 17-year-old who was about to go from high school to the league and then become 6'8", like 260, get 3 rings, and just be a great human being. LeBron, I used to hate on this man, but come on, bro. He's a great guy. I was hating on him because my favorite players, you know, they was in the league. Like, I saw what he was doing. I would, like, secretly respect it. Like, I didn't really like him as much because he wasn't close to what I can do. Like, I wasn't fucking 6'8", just like, you feel me? I was Dwayne Wade-ish, like, slasher, Monte Ellis, I fucked with Melo at a point because, you know, the one dribble, you feel me? Melo was my guy. I loved him coming into the league. I was like, yo, Syracuse, this guy, his fucking NCAA shit. I'm like, better than Bron. And then fucking, man, it was just, the trajectory was just crazy. Like, he was very great, but George Karl isn't for great players. Like, George Karl is a snake, like Boogie said. It's just sad. If he had a different coach, different system, things would have been, if he was drafted, Darko Milicic is a big ass bum. Carmelo would have definitely got some rings. I know Tayshaun Prince was there, but even off the bench, rookie, Melo, and Melo should have won Rookie of the Year because him and LeBron were neck and neck with everything. Everything was legit the same, but Melo's team did better. You feel me? So I don't really get it, but because that's what they do with the MVP. Yeah. So fucking since I've been watching a whole bunch of basketball, I've just been going back, and it's always struck me as crazy. The NBA is super progressive now, but back in the day, they were not. Like what they did to Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, formerly known as Chris Jackson. Super unfair. And my guy was basically Steph Curry before Steph Curry. My guy's his yo-yo was super crazy. He had that shit on a string, and he would play with it.
Crazy.
People would get crossed up, and then he basically throw it up in their face. He had the crazy blicky. Like, his shit was crazy fast. It didn't even make sense. Like how Steph Curry throws it up now and you're like, oh, I don't even understand how your shit is that wet. But that's basically how it was. And my guy was only like 6'1", so he was doing a lot of damage. And he basically was more or less forced out of the league, all because of his beliefs. And his life story is actually kind of crazy because he had Tourette syndrome and he did not know he had Tourette's for like until 11th grade, which is a long time. 17 years of your life, more or less. You don't know that you have Tourette's and you're wilding out and you don't know why that's happening and no one could diagnose it. And then you finally get the right diagnosis and you're like, oh shit, this makes sense. And then having to deal with that, having to deal with, like, just like him, I tried to find a religion at a young age. It's not that I didn't like the religion my parents were in, it's just that I have a curious mind, so I had to find out what else was out there. So I too tried to be a Muslim. I read the Quran, or most of it, translated version. I do really love Arabic. I feel it's one of the most beautiful languages in the world. It is, well, in my top 5, next to Japanese, Italian, Spanish, French, and Arabic. Feel me? I love those languages. They do something for me. Like, they make my knees weak. And I do also like the fucking UK twang, the way they speak. Not everyone likes the way people from Europe speak, but I like it. Football. Roger Goodell has, been trying to be an ally, and I don't. I mean, I'm not going to say don't be an ally. I feel like you shouldn't turn away allies with power, with influence. Like, if niggas is trying to learn, niggas is trying to do better, let them do better. Even if they've done a little weird shit in the past, as long as it's not, like, morally reprehensible, then it's like, all right, let's work on educating you and getting your mind right. And Roger Goodell is getting his mind right. He's urging teams to sign Cap. I agree. Teams should have been signed Cap. There's been a lot of bums for a lot of teams, and it makes no sense. No sense. I'm not going to point no names, not going to say nothing. I'm just going to say Cap should have been had a job. And we all know he was blacklisted, blackballed, whatever you want to call it. Makes no sense. And I'm starting not even to like those terms, blacklisted and blackballed. Why it got to be black, huh? NFL just needs to do its due diligence. I fuck with Perk. I didn't fuck with him when he's a player. And then when my squad got him, the Thunder, I was like, oh, because I didn't like Celtics. I didn't dislike him. And I understand him as a media personality. Like, he's not saying the wrong thing. So it's like, and he's played. Usually media personalities, they don't play. So it's like, they've done nothing in the sport. But I guess the players feel like since you've done something in the sport, you should hold it down and be quiet. And my guy's getting paid to speak. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's like with Shannon Sharp. He doesn't really hold his tongue for anything. I guess it's different because he's speaking about players that he's never played with. And Perk is freshish out the league, so to speak. So it's like most of the guys that he's talking about, he knows. So of course they're going to feel away.
Hey, yo, dog, you could have hit me.
And so also like the NBA YoungBoy and Jay Prince, because Jay Prince could have hit NBA, but you know, he was like, fuck it.
Yo, I got all your shit and you can come holler at me.
When, you know, I'm pretty sure Jay Prince could have gotten his number. I seen someone say that's the first time YoungBoy actually made sense to them, which was funny. His drawl is pretty crazy. Like the way he speaks he's not that bad of a rapper though. I've only heard like a handful of songs. I know he has a ton of material out, but he's not that bad. And he does crazy numbers in the streets. Like, well, not even in the streets, on the internet. It's just like crazy. Like his streaming numbers, insane. Like he doesn't need to do a thing. Just drop music and he's good to go. I don't know if it was the antics or whatever he does that got these niggas going crazy. I mean, if the music's good, you know, the music's good and it's not bad. I was thinking I haven't really been watching too much of anything really, because it's like, what are we doing? I seen the Five Bloods Spike Lee movie on Netflix. I'm not gonna say it was bad because I've seen a lot of people say it was bad. I didn't think it was bad, but the way that these niggas was like, people were getting bodied in it, it was like I did not expect them to get bodied the way they were getting bodied. And it's dope that the film came out now, like with Drew Brees talking about fucking my grandfather fought in the war, and you feel me, and it's disrespectful to kneel for the flag. And it's like, there were a ton of black people who went to the war thinking that they went to multiple wars thinking that they were gonna fight for their rights, but realistically they were fighting for the country and coming back very scarred mentally, physically, and they got nothing. We know what they got. They got dogs, they got hoes, and not even a good kind. But the movie was dope. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that wants to watch it, but I'll basically say it was about 4 Army veterans from the Vietnam War, and they went back to Vietnam because they had gold. They had buried gold. So of course this is something that I would enjoy. Throughout the movie, you see how each of them were affected, and it's pretty rough. And again, the way that some people die in this shit is crazy. Especially my guy on the fucking grenade.
Shit.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. I seen that shit twice and I didn't want to, but you know, sometimes if you don't see something with someone and then it's like they kind of get upset at you for not seeing it with them, so it's like, whatever. I don't know what it is, but I've regained my love for comedy specials. So I rewatched the Michael Shea Matters comedy special, which was shot in Williamsburg. Hilarious. And it's crazy. It was shot a couple years ago, but it's so relevant now. All these shits are relevant now. How I also had this conversation with a transgender person. It wasn't in the same context, but they were basically like, yo, how would you feel if I called you Blackie? And, you know, certain things would be like, it's like, Blackie is so bad, yo. It's like, don't call me Blackie. And people used to call me Blackie because I am super dark. Like, my skin is very dark. I used to get called a lot of things, like tar baby. I remember, I think it was like 9th grade, I had a little bit of acne on my face, and niggas called me a crunch bar. I was like, whoa, that was pretty inventive, because I was like, yo, what's the name of that fucking Gym Class Heroes album? As Cruel as School Kids? That's basically how it was. Kids can be pretty cruel. But, you know, some kids are different. Like, whenever I got, like, people made fun of me, I used to join in on the joke. I'd make fun of them, make fun of myself. I used to flip it. To me, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I still felt it. Like, I would feel it later. Never really in the moment. Like, if I would reflect later, because I usually reflect on my days, like, damn, that was crazy. Niggas be fake racist. Because that's what it is. Niggas be fake racist. In my life, I experienced a whole bunch of fake racism. Because I feel like niggas don't really, it's not real. It's not as real as the real racists, because there are real racists out here. I feel like when that hate is real, you do physical harm on people. Even fucking like my family, some of my family members, they say weird things about like minorities, and I'm like, yo, you're racist. They laugh about it, but I'm like, yo, you're racist. That's racist. Like, you don't even know these niggas. So it'd be like, most times you don't know anybody, and if you don't know anybody, you can't even make a good judgment about them. And he also had this other joke where he doesn't care if his kids are fucking, like, he doesn't care if he has a gay son. Me, personally, I don't care if I have a gay son. I like gay niggas. That sounds a little weird, but I personally like gay niggas. They be fucking hilarious. Super hilarious. Like, funny. Like, he doesn't care if his son is gay. He just doesn't want anybody in his house to get fucked. And I really, personally, I fuck with that. Cause I just always had like a fucking cishet, like the cis male. Like I'm perfect cis male, even though I'm very open to a lot of things in terms of like my mind. Like, I'm not closed off, but as a kid, I was just saying like a lot of like fucking male pig shit. Like if I had a daughter, I want her to be a lesbian because I realistically don't want anybody getting fucked. Like I know how niggas are. I don't want them touching my baby. You feel me? And if I had a son, it's like I don't care if you're gay. It's like be gay, but please, be the one fucking. I don't want nobody humping my kids, yo. It's just a sick mindset. I just gotta get rid of it. Realistically speaking, if I meet the person and the person's cool, it's like I don't really care. As long as you're taking care of my child, you feel me? I have no problem with it. Because at the end of the day, it's all about people being happy. I've been meaning to check out Joe Rogan's podcast. Like I've never really checked him out. I've just always heard good things about it. And then now I'm kind of glad I don't even have to anymore. Because he's like fake canceling himself for me. Not canceling because I don't really cancel. Well, the only person I know for sure I canceled was R. Kelly. I just put it to the side. Like I don't really need to give you any of my energy. Because his mindset right now is a little off. I don't know if it's for his demographic. They have an audience. Like people be having audiences that you got to cater to. Like the Hodge twins, these niggas is wildin'. Like they be wildin'. They be wildin' so bad. Like the people that they're speaking to and that they're catering to, I would not want those niggas in my corner at all. But that's them. Like what you put out in the world matters. And these niggas, some people just don't care. After Queen of South, I started Black as Fuck. I know everybody had seen it, but it was kind of good for me to, I guess, wait and watch it now because it kind of fit with the times. It's basically a mockumentary. Kenya Barnes, the creator of Blackish and all those ish shows and a whole bunch of other stuff. I did not really know too much about him, but my guy is pretty funny. I feel like his family, like the family portrayed or depicted on the show is kind of like his family. The youngest kid's name on the show is Brooklyn, and in real life, the name is Bronx. So it's like everything was kind of the same amount of fucking kids. Even I think his wife is mixed too, so it's like and they have Rashida Jones playing her, so that was dope. I fuck with Rashida Jones. She does really well in mockumentaries. It was basically a depiction of his life because he had divorce issues or he had marital issues on the show and in real life. He was gonna get divorced to his wife, but they kind of worked it out, and I'm glad that they did because to have all those kids and to not work it out is pretty tricky. In the show, he's one of those guys who wears fucking sweatsuits like the whole thing. I'm more fond of mix and matching my sweatsuits. I don't know why. Not really like an Adidas Nike thing. Those usually I wear like together, but other than that, I be like mix matching certain things. I don't know why. I'm just weird like that. I've never really like seeing like certain colors just like unified like that. Like if it's gray, no problem. If it's black, no problem. Navy, cool. But like when it gets to like red or like blue or like certain things, I'm like, yo, that's too much. Like I see the nigga wear a purple the other day. I'm like, if that shit was lilac, then maybe. If it was lavender, then maybe. But nah.
Oh, yo, bro.
I know everybody in life has been watching Insecure, and I was like, I don't know. I want to watch it, but I never really gave it the chance. I was like, fuck it. I got HBO Max, so let me give it a shot. One of the best decisions I've made recently. It kind of hit too much close to home. It's like with the Tiana Taylor album, which I'll speak about like right after this. But it's like, oh, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to see this. This shit is like kind of what I'm dealing with right now, and it sucks. And I've literally been all the men in fucking from season 1 to season 4. I can find myself being one of the men in each of the shits. I think these shits are like 28-minute episodes, and it's perfect. I think there may be like 8 to 10 episodes a season. It follows Issa Rae's character, Issa D. It's funny if you think about it. Her friend Molly, Yvonne Orji, who's super hilarious in real life. You should check out her comedy special. Her friend Kelly, who was hilarious. Like the shit she be saying in the shows, she's like the comedy relief in the like out of the group of friends. Most girls I know have a Kelly in the group. And then Tiffany, played by Amanda Seales' character. In the 4th season, I feel like she had like crazy crazy postpartum depression, which they barely touched on. Like, you could kind of see like traces of it, but niggas wasn't really speaking on it. Kind of reminds me of like in Atlanta, where young Earn and young Alfred, kid basically committed suicide because of the FUBU thing, which was, I know why I'm laughing. It was not funny at all. The thing that they did was crazy. It was like, yo, bro, like you find out the kid's situation at home, but they didn't speak about it. They didn't acknowledge the fact that, and that's basically what happens. Most times in black households or just black, we don't really speak on things, and we should speak on some stuff. You feel me? Or unless we bottle it up. Anyway, Issa, she just turns 29, but she feels kind of depressed because her situation with her boyfriend, I think they've been together for like 5 years. The last 2 years, he was depressed because he wasn't really getting the job he wanted. He was going on mad interviews waiting to get the job, but it wasn't working out. And I kind of understand that. Not really to that degree, but I could understand that you wanting to do something and it not working out and you have to wait for it and you kind of lose yourself waiting. And that's basically what happened. And she was trying to hold them together. I feel both of them because I've been in both positions. I've been in a position where I was down in the dumps and someone was raising me up, and I've been in a position where someone was down in the dumps and I was raising them up. both positions are not good positions to be in, to be honest. And now what Issa did is something that men always do. So it's like, I can't really judge her. Issa went and had sex with someone from her past. And realistically speaking, even though I am like Lawrence, I've been Daniel to a lot of women. And it kind of sucks being a Daniel because it's like, this is a weird kind of box you put me in. Because I'm always down to help you out, but it's like, you don't care. It's like, do you even see what's going on? Like, women don't be seeing what they be doing. She ends up cheating on this nigga, but then she tells Lawrence, kind of see shit is shady. Because as men, we can pick up when shit is shady. Women think that they can hide it, but they can't. It's also like, we have men's intuition, just like women have their intuition. Our intuition is different, but it's very spot on as well. They break up, and then the show goes on from there. They live their lives separately. Lawrence starts doing really well for himself. So things started picking up for Lawrence, but as soon as things were going good in his work life, things in his love life started going horribly wrong. So he breaks up with Issa, and then life starts going good for him. Like, he starts fucking mad bitches. He starts living life like me. Like, he just was enjoying work. Work was going good. Fucking women were going good. A lot of situations that were happening to him, basically, I've been in. The one with the white women, I've been in that one. Every single thing that happened there, I've been in that. And it's like, I gotta go. I'm done with this. I don't often like giving out the noodle, but sometimes you just gotta give the noodle. You just gotta find a way to make it work, even if you're not feeling the situation, which I now realize sometimes I don't be feeling the situation, but I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna make it work because I'm a man and that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to rise to the occasion every time. Yeah, so Lawrence is living his life, but Issa, she kind of started dating the nigga that she cheated on with. And, well, she didn't even, she... She moved in with the nigga. And I've also been in that, I've also been the nicest nigga letting bitches sleep on the couch. And it's like, oh man, this is cool and all, but how long are you gonna be here? Because the way you act, like, well, it's always just a weird situation, I guess. Just being a nice guy, but being a selfish guy. Like, they end up fucking sleeping together, so to speak. Long story short, Issa gets her shit together. Fucking Lawrence still gets her shit together, but they end up rekindling, but then boom. And then, you know what's crazy? Aside from being like Daniel, I am also like fucking Nathan. Nathan pulls up, I think, like season 3 or some shit. Like, Issa starts driving an Uber because her job initially, she liked it, but then she felt like she was going nowhere because she was also working there for like 5 years. And she was like, I need a change. So she started fucking making festivals, some black parties in the community, local festivals supporting local talent, which is really dope. Aside from curating that, she was doing Uber before, and she met Nathan. Nathan was really dope for her. Nathan was basically encouraging her to do the festivals. And she basically, because of that, she started doing the festivals. But then Nathan did what I do.
Go Ghost.
Nathan went ghost for like a month. And then he pulled up in Flowers thinking everything was cool, but Molly sent him off. And Issa kind of wanted to talk to him just to find out what was up. Nathan has bipolar disorder. I don't have bipolar disorder, but I do get depressed a lot, and I do have mood swings. And, well, not really mood swings in terms of like getting angry and shit, but I just go from being really happy to just sometimes I get depressed. I'm like, that's whatever. But I deal with it better than most people, I think. But, I still deal with it. And bipolar disorder is really different. I've been in relationships with women with bipolar disorder. It can be really hard to deal with or handle sometimes as, I guess, the supportive person. So you can't even imagine what it's like for the person who's dealing with it. I can't. So that's why I've always try to be supportive to anyone who deals with any mental condition, because literally this thing right here, without full control of it, and we don't even have full control of it, without it on your side, that's very dangerous. So I understand completely. And pills are very different too. It's like, I'm not big on taking pills, medication, because I feel like medication is a problem. I always feel like holistic ways are the best if you can find a good thing that works for you. But if medication works, lithium, I feel like it fucks up like side effects. It fucks up your body, because I've been with someone and it was literally doing adverse effects to them. Like, whenever they went off of it, they were much better for a while. So, but see, it's always weird because it's always very tricky because they be good for a while and then they don't. And then that's Issa's character. Molly's character, I felt like in terms of the men she's been with, I've probably been like Jero, being in a relationship and then being in an open relationship, which is fun, but at the same time, I try not to think about what my woman is doing and what I'm doing. It's like, it's borderline like I'm having girlfriends while I have a fake wife at home. And sometimes the situation with the girlfriends can get a little adverse because sometimes they start liking me way more than they should. And then sometimes I start liking them way more than I should. So I start falling back. And then when I fall back, it's always a problem. So I get that situation 100%. But Molly Molly's just really weird. Like one of the women that I'm talking to or I was talking to is just like her. This whole boundaries thing is super weird. Like they be making boundaries and then they be fucking breaking the boundaries all the time. And it's like, yo, you don't see what you're doing. And I could literally show them what they're doing and that does not matter. They'd be like,
So,
that's the thing women do.
so,
It's like, what's the accountability? It's like, I have to be accountable for everything that I do. Like, if I do something wrong, I have to basically own up to it and then apologize and then make up for it. When women do something wrong with me, it's like,
so. What the fuck?
I like Molly's guy now, Andrew. I'm sort of like him too. I'm not Asian though. I feel like he's good for her, but she forces the issue. Just like with a lot of women I know, you gotta stop forcing the issue. And then you're like controlling things, and I'm like, oh, this is no bueno. It's like you want a man, but you don't know how to have a man. That's why I be wanting to be friends with all my women, but they be weird with the friendships. Like 3 relationships that I have now, what I do is I try to cultivate friendships. There's levels to the friendships. There's ground level where we chill, we go out on dates, I wine and dine. I've never really been on a date where a woman paid for stuff. I mean, I've been on probably like 3 of those, but those are just like weird situations. Like one time I ended up having to give somebody mad cash and it was like, all right, cool, pay for this. And then I'll just send you the money. So it's just like, all right, cool. I usually, other than that, it's like I usually pay for everything. So that level, it's like I pay for things, I'll buy you some gifts, you get like a little allowance, coochie. Then there's the higher level where you kind of know more information. And if you know more information, I have to take care of you a little better because I don't want you spilling that information. And I just feel like if you take care of people, they usually don't switch sides. So that's what I do on that level. And then there's the dog mom level. Dog mom level, they usually know way more information than they should. They probably want something from me that I can't give them, so they get a dog for me. I can do that instead of like a kid or a marriage. I've been engaged a few times, but those are stories for another day. So instead of kids or marriage, you can get a dog. So I have a few dogs in the world. I love all my dogs. I miss all my dogs. I can't be with all my dogs, but I trust the women that have my dogs, so it's cool. So one of my dog moms, she's really dope.
Really dope.
She has her own life, has her own business. She's a sick motherfucker. Like, she blocked me last year for something because I went ghost for a week.
She doesn't like when I go ghost.
In terms of, like, I don't see her all the time, but communication. If I go ghost in communication, then I'm a dub for her. I went ghost for a week. She blocked me, and most of my women don't even be following me.
Because they can't stand me.
All the time. But it's sick because they don't be following me, but they literally be reading everything that I, like, all my social medias that I post on. They read it religiously. Like, they read it like fucking newspapers in the morning. And I get hit up about certain things. And they be like,
You're right. What can I do to fix this?
yeah, so she's really dope. She has her own business. I helped with it. Well, I tried to help with it. Realistically, I can help you in terms of monetary value. You have to put in the work. I can teach you certain things, but you have to fucking put it into work. So Shorty put in the work, and she's doing well for herself. She's doing so well for herself that she doesn't really use my money as much as the other dog mom, which is really nice because it's good when a woman takes it easy on you. They don't have to, so when they do, her problem with me is the communication. Like, she wants me to, whenever she needs me, I have to be there for her. And she is right. I should be there for her whenever she needs me. The times that she needs me, it'd be inconvenient for me. Like, I'd be like, yo, you gotta wait, or I don't answer. If I'm busy, like, people that I'm cool with, right away. Like, right away. It's kind of sick how fast I respond sometimes. And then if, sometimes I'm a little preoccupied, so I respond like a normal human being. And then other times I
hit you back in a couple of days.
Which is not good. With her, I've been fixing my communication issues. That's my problem with a good amount of people, but I try. I mean, the thing with me though is, like with one of my friends I'm about to speak about, I do not, like, whenever I form a new friendship or connection with someone, I don't drop my other friends. Like, me and them still have the same conversations. Like, I'm not gonna dump you just because I like someone else. I have space in my heart to love. You feel me? I love a whole bunch of women. I'm not really in love with them, but it's, to me, my love is like, my love for all of them is unique because they're all unique, different people in me. So it's like, I love different things about them that, everything's not the same. Nobody's realistically the same, even though they act the same sometimes. And it's like, yo, you want to ask these women, why are you like that? But you can't. Second one, she is second tier. She is a woman who is like me. Most times I'm attracted to women that are like me. They are super cool, super funny, very flirtatious, but they go ghost. Like, she goes crazy. Like, when I'm in the mood for her, she basically, it'd be about when she's in the mood for me. So whenever she's in the mood for me, she hits me up. And it'd be a couple times a week, but most times I be fucking turned off by that. I be like, yo, this is not how things work for me, you feel me? But when things are good with her, things are good with her, you feel me? Things are so good with her, I had to share information. Because I feel like if I didn't share information, it would be a disservice to the relationship we had. Like whenever she's in my presence, I have her. So it'd be like, oh man, like the stories that she shared with me. What I really like about sex is after sex, where whatever you guys decide to do, like me, most instances I try to talk, especially if it's like a new friendship or a new relationship. I try to talk to them, try to get a little more information out of them, like see what they're like, and usually they open up to me. And then I have a friend who is like the one who is in the lower tier, who I'm about to speak to, who basically leaves after we have sex. I'm like a dick appointment for her, which isn't a problem for me, but sometimes it can be a problem for me, which is weird because I have pussy appointments, but I try to make my pussy appointments as accommodating as possible. Like I try to make them feel like they leave when they want to leave. Feel me? I don't really kick nobody else, and they usually take a long time to leave. And I'll be like, yo, when's that Uber coming? Yeah, so she's really dope when I have her. When I don't have her, it'd be like, what you doing? Like, but she's just a recluse. She's aloof. She is just distant. That's just her. She's cool with that. So I'm cool with that, I guess. She's just a dope friend to have. Low-key, I feel like I can't trust her the way that she is ghost. Like she's ghost everywhere. Like she don't even be on social media, and she has social media. Niggas be seeing her post like once in a blue moon, once every 4 months. So it's like I kind of get it. And then the third girl, me and her kind of are in a weird spot right now. Like I think I've been speaking about this for like the last few podcasts. Like she's just been. I really hate her. Like I really hate her, and I love her. Like she reminds me of one of my exes, and like this ex was important to me because I was in love with her. And she reminds me of someone that I can be in love with. And it's very unfortunate because I don't want to be in love with this woman. This woman is the bane of my existence. Like, it does more harm than good to fucking, like, have any feelings for her because she is, my God. To explain it, basically what I do with her, wine and dine, I suppose. Like, whatever she wants to go to, whatever restaurant she want to go to, we go to. Whatever she wants to do, we do. Whatever she wants, I guess, in terms of, I cap it. Like, I make it a limit because I'm like, if you act the way you act, I'm not gonna fucking do everything for you. But, I still really fuck with you, so I'm gonna do better than most people. So that's what I do. Her, oh my God. Like, she's also like me. She's promiscuous. She has her own thing. Like, she does her own thing. But it's like, I would rather be a friend with her. I told her this multiple times. I know sometimes I confuse her because I guess me telling her I loved her kind of will be confusing too, but the way I describe it is also confusing because, like I said, my love is unique. So it's like, it sounds different, but I love her for her and everything that she is outside of her bratty personality. And my God, she's a brat, bro. Like, bro, I be trying to get closer to her. Like, I initially made the mistake of closing myself off because I don't know why I just did that. I just did that. I just closed myself off. It's just like a usual thing, like a defense mechanism. Whenever I meet someone who I feel like, I could really, really fuck with, but I just do whatever I can to push them away. So I closed myself off with her initially, which was bad. And then I'm like, all right, cool. Let me do whatever I can to let you know I am down for making this work in terms of a friendship or whatever. So I opened myself up, and then that kind of worked for a bit. But then I kind of got weird at a point because we were supposed to go to Mexico. We were supposed to go to Tulum for her birthday, but then Corona, so we couldn't. And then in my head, I'm like, I don't know what to get a friend. Either like that vacation was no problem because I was gonna go on vacation. Like, to me, I needed a vacation, and I take people on vacations with me all the time, so it was something regular. It's like I don't know what to get a friend for. Feel me? Like she had like Amazon wish list or whatever shit she wanted, but I'm like, And at the time, I didn't think Amazon would get to her crib in time because they were doing some weird shit. Like, there were strikes, rightfully so, because niggas wanted niggas to work, and the warehouses were unsafe for the workers. So it was like, I kind of get how shit could be, feel me, delayed. So I just didn't know. I popped up at her crib with flowers, but you never know how that thing works. I give her money all the time, so it was like, I don't know. Like, I'll give you money and you can buy what you want. You feel me? Yeah. So I feel like every time a man messes up a birthday, that's whenever things go wrong. And women mess up birthdays all the time too, but we can't even speak on that. You don't know how many birthdays all I've gotten was pussy and dinner and some polo shirts or whatever and some shirts. Feel me? I be doing way better. I be doing way better. So, but anyway, this girl's a friend, so I'm like, I don't really know what to do.
She's bad, bro.
So when I started getting closer to her, she got a little closer, but then I'm like, yo, shh. you can share a little more now, but then she's like, she dodges a whole bunch of things and she dodges basic stuff. And then she tells me that it's just me that she does this with and that she wants to strangle me most of the time. And I get that feeling because I know a lot of women that really want me dead, but really love that I'm alive. So, like, a lot of women hate that they love me. And I'm not going to say that's her case, but that's like a usual thing. Like, I am annoying, but I take care of business. Just like them. They be annoying the shit out of me. But it's like, there's no place I'd rather be for that moment. So, Shorty's real bad. Like, she reminds me so much of Molly and Issa too at points, but Molly in terms of the way she sets up these boundaries and then she breaks them. Like, she kind of wants to just be friends too, but then she kind of says different things and she doesn't realize she says different things. And then I would bring up the different things that she says and I get the,
So?
like, she is a queen of the,
So?
like, she gets this is you, like, this you all the time. Like, I'm like, yo, this you. Like, I pull up like a whole bunch of screenshots, whole bunch of receipts, but
So?
you feel me? Like, she has no accountability, like, no accountability whatsoever. She's super toxic. Like, I tell her she's toxic, but then she asks me to go in further detail. But I don't really like telling people about themselves when we're in a weird, like, weird space. Like, if we were friends, I'd be like, yo, da da da. But then since we're in a weird space, I feel like if I tell you about you, you'll be like turning off. And I still wanna,
You know, have hoo-ha sometimes, so...
I'd be like, you know.
You know.
But she didn't know. And she says, like, even I look on her timeline sometimes, she says a whole bunch of toxic shit. And then she likes things where people talk about, oh, I'm toxic. So I'm like, yo, bro, what's going on? You know you're toxic. So why are you making me tell you something that you already know when you know? I'm not going to tell you something that you know. Like, that's what, and even if I tell you, it's like, you don't care.
It's a so.
Bro, she needs help. And she, like, if I speak about it, like, the reason that I like my dog moms and the second tier friends, we can speak about our relationships and what's going on in her life. So when I talk about her to them, they basically say, it's because she's young, bro. And she is young. She's like 4 years younger than me. So it's like, you're a kid. But she's not a kid, mid-20s. But it's like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you? The women that oppose me, I'm like, yo, I'm not your enemy. And literally don't do anything wrong. Outstanding gentleman, outstanding black man. They don't pay for nothing. They get things. I'm super sweet. And, you know, a whole bunch of other things. I don't like the boast, but, you know, things is there. You feel me? So it's like, come on, relax. Relax. Like, we don't really have any bad, like, sometimes I get on your nerves, but, you know, you be getting on my nerves crazy, but I'm not allowed to say nothing when that happens.
So it's like,
Like, I just want the women to do better. Like, Shorty in that lower tier, she'd be like, yo, do better. And I'm like, yo, you do literally the bare minimum. Bare minimum. Like, you do this, and I do this, but you want me to do this, or you do this. I'm like, yo, don't make no sense.
Made no sense.
We're just friends. I'm just trying to be friends with you, because if anything else, I don't want to be in love with you. I'm the type of person you are, it'll kill me. You feel me? Like, not kill me, but, you know, it'll do more harm than good. So I'm like, let's just be friends, and I do love you. I love you a lot. I wish you were better, so that love could be better, but you're not. So it's just like she's had a rough couple months. So I kind of get how, you know, she wouldn't be in the mood to answer my questions, but it'd be crazy. Like, she's had a rough couple months, so I kind of get how her mood is. Like, you feel me? Like, she's not always there all the time. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, Daniel, she be treating your boy like a random ass nigga when I'm not a random ass nigga. Like, sometimes I'll be like, yo, you be treating strangers better than you treat your boy. And that made no sense. And I don't really understand. With her, she doesn't have it in her to like more than one person at a time or feel more, which is weird, because it's like, that is sick that you can't do that, because I'm able to love a whole bunch of people. Like, I have no problem doing it. I also have no problem committing. It's weird. I just don't want to commit right now, because I have a goal in mind. I have certain things that I have to do, you feel me? So it's like,
I'm gonna hold off on that.
when I'm in my 30s or whatever, I'm gonna go start being more serious. Or I might just try to have a girlfriend at the end of the year. But right now, I like having friends, or at least like having prospects or people that, let's grow. You feel me? I feel like people rush into things often. Like, with her, she forces me into a box that I don't really want to be in, and then takes me out of that box abruptly. And then it's just like weird. It's like, yo, you already knew the deal. Like, I'm not gonna give you everything that you want. Like, you're not gonna get a certain feeling from me, because that's not where I want to go. Like, I don't want you as a partner, because you will kill me. Like, that love that, like, unless something about you is different, unless like you're a different partner than you are, the way you act with me, whatever, like, I can't see you being better. Like, if you're better, I don't know, but I can't see you being better, which is weird or sick. RPJP, very unfortunate you had to lose young man so very abruptly. I did TV shows, I did movies, I did relationship, music. What have I listened to? Slater I think he put out a project, but I know I've only heard that song with fucking Benny and Smoke Dizza. And I think somebody else is on it, but dope song. Fucking Benny killed it. Benny Benny. Tiana Taylor project, very dope, but it really reminds me, like a couple songs reminds me of, I guess, my situation with my lower tier friend. Ugh. Fucking, what's that song that got me? Oh, Lose Each Other? Bro, Tiana, everything in the song, she's basically said, bro, yo, we don't have to lose each other. That's on you. Like, you are making this more than it has to be. And I don't understand why you're like this. Like, whenever a situation like that arises, I'm like, yo, you don't even, like, you're blocking your blessings. And I don't get, like, women be going through some shit. Like, when I be having these conversations, after we be finishing having sex, like, these conversations that we be having about their life and their love life and shit, it's like, yo, you don't even have to go through that. It's not that you can get that from me, but you can do so much better for yourself. Like, you don't even have to deal with problems. And women like dealing with problems. They don't like, I don't know. Like, I have this one girl, she be fucking FaceTiming me weird hours, and then we be having like hour-long conversations and shit. But then whenever I fucking text her, she don't really be texting me back.
And yo, what the fuck?
We be doing that day for time to time. But she also does it like she feels like everyone, like whenever like people hit her up to chill, they just want to do that. And I'm like, yo, I get that. Crazy, because that's what we be doing every time we chills. But it's like, I feel like it's natural though. But you know, I guess for women, sometimes they feel like that's not all that, like what they came to do. And me personally, I be trying my best to make sure like that's not all. Like, we be fucking smoking, chilling, doing whatever they want to do before, like usually before sex with a woman, I make sure that they are the most comfortable. Sometimes it gets to a point where they get so comfortable that I'm tired. Like, they be like, all the work that I've done, I'm like, yo, I am beat. But you know, I'm always down to give a woman a noodle. But that's not always the case. Usually, you know, I'm always, but you know, I'm always down, you know, give him a little Rock Lee, Drunken Rock Lee. Tiana Taylor album is really dope. I guess this is what happens when you have control over your album. Keeping the same energy wasn't the same as this. Yeah, Keep the Same Energy wasn't the same as this. And I guess Kanye wasn't, you know, fiddling around with things last minute. Cause it's like she got her, yo, imagine you worked hard on a project and then you submit it and then what you get back isn't anything of what you submitted. That would be crazy. That would literally be crazy. That's literally why I'm hands-on with everything now. Like, I be everywhere. Like, with the engineers, I be sitting with them. Even sometimes I be engineering. So it'd be like, no one is gonna mess up my vision. You feel me? So I get her 100%. The project's really dope. I like that. I like Wrong Bitch. I like Concrete. The cover is really dope. Speaks with the time, especially. It's all about being pro-black. You feel me? Because that's, yo, I remember I seen a lot of hate on Tiana. Tiana is really beautiful. Like, her body is great. Like, I seen some hate on her before, and it made no sense because she's really beautiful. Shout out to Shumpert because, you know, you lucked out, my guy. And Shumpert is sculpted crazy. I miss the gym because I used to look like that. Now I'm deflated. Feel me? I just miss the gym. And, you know, New York is going to open up soon. But it's just going to be weird. I think by then I'm going to have my antibodies. Because I think I got it. I just got my test, waiting for the results. And then I'm waiting to see if I got antibodies or not. Because, you know, if I do, you feel me? Your boy is trying to be out. I'm trying to mingle. I'm trying to be out in the streets some more. I could protest some more. Feel me? I mean, I don't know if you could get it again. But, you know, I'm trying to. Because I don't want to get it again and it to be severe or some shit. Because I was a little sick. It could have just been like temperature changing. Because whenever the temperature changes for me, it's different. Like, I got eczema too, so it's like the way heat comes to my body is weird. Like, it'd be crazy. Curse Mark Poppy does not like being Curse Mark Poppy whatsoever. Especially when I start scratching, it's like all over. It's no bueno. Yeah, man. Thank you for checking out the show. Shot the project Al. It's really dope. Named after Alphonse Elric from Full Metal Alchemist or Al Capone.
The gangster, because I am Scarface.
8 songs, 25 minutes, perfect, because that is my birthday, 8/25. You can never go wrong. The last project was also 8/25. Can't go wrong. Feel me? I think I got a nice little niche real quick. That's like a perfect amount of songs. Not too long. You can wash some dishes, get some shit done, and feel me? Start it again. Back to back. So check it out. It's on Audio Max. It's an Audio Max exclusive. All my monthly releases are Audio Max exclusives, or you can find them on my website at s01e05.com. It's on the homepage. You could also see this. It'll be right next to this. So you should check it out. If you look above, I have the archives with all my old music. I have the Black Market, which leads you to Sinn3rsundays.com. Replace the E with a 3, and you could cop some merch. Then I think I have tour dates, The Adventures of the Third, but there are no tour dates for quite some time. Last thing I did was like in October, and that was like a fucking college house party. Yeah, and then my contact information. So check out s01e05.com and Sinn3rsundays.com. Replace the E with a 3, and you can support your boy. We're gonna come out with some new designs soon. There's no delays. Everything ships right away, so you'll be good to go. And so thank you for checking out the channel. Remember, Black Lives Matter. This episode was called
The baby.
just like Seinfeld, everything starts off with cause the baby. I've been in situations where like I've been in a relationship where she was pregnant and I didn't want the baby. Or it's not that I didn't want the baby, I was not ready to have a baby and I just wasn't ready for that. Like I wasn't anticipating her telling me, yo, I'm pregnant. You feel me? Just like Lawrence. And those conversations are very wild to have when you're not ready to have them. And I made her feel very uncomfortable at first, but then, you know, after a second, I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, I'm down. It's not whatever, but it's like, it's just not something I was prepared for. That whole situation of just like being the man and not ready for it and not wanting a baby. And it's just like, you messed up by having unprotected sex. No matter how good it feels, it's just like, it doesn't matter. It's like, you messed up. And it's like, now that you messed up, and the conversation goes where she wants to have the baby and isn't down to do what you want to do. It's like, okay, now we have to go with what you want to do, which is completely fine. But it's like, it's like very like if at that point, I was like, I didn't want the baby. Just initial conversation. 25-year-old young man, I realistically just didn't want a baby at that point because I just got out of a relationship and like I wanted what me and her had, but it was like I did not want a baby with you because me and you were so fresh. So it was like, this is weird. This is where I made the mistake too initially of just like showing the money. Showing the money isn't a good thing always. So I showed the money to her. So she was like, all right, cool, I'll be taken care of. And it was like, I'm not ready to have a kid, but whatever. It's like, I can't tell you to get, like, I mean, I could say, can you get an abortion? Is that something that you're interested in? And if you're saying no, it's like, I can't force you. Feel me? I could be like, yo, can I pay you to do it? But I mean, you can't like force anybody to do anything. It's their body. So it's like, all right, cool, I'll be here. Whatever I have to do, you know, I'll do. And very unfortunate, she ended up losing the baby. Very unfortunately, don't even know the sex. She ended up having a miscarriage. I forgot what happened. I just remember because those were kind of dark times. So I forgot what the doctor said, but it was something wrong with her levels or whatever. Like something's wrong with her body, like internally, or just like something happened and she ended up losing the baby. She's good now though, because she has a kid. She has a couple kids. Like she's Gucci. So I'm glad that she's Gucci. You feel me? I be feeling like I wouldn't want to be like, I wouldn't want to be the cause of your body being, you feel me, like barren. Or I wouldn't want to be the I just wouldn't want to be the factor for that. So I'm just glad that she's okay and that, like, that worked out fine for her. Me personally, I want a kid when I'm like in my 30s, 33 maybe. That's the number I want to go. So I got like 5-6 years. I'm waiting, but you know, I don't know. I think my dad had his first kid at like 27, so I lucked out. I passed that. You feel me? I don't know. I really don't know. It's just that conversation is just crazy. Like I understand Lawrence too. My situation was basically almost like that, but in terms of I'm more so in the streets than IT world or whatever. Even though I would like to be in IT world, and my name is IT.
Like, bro.
I feel this. I really feel this. And I seen on Joe Budden TV, Mo was like, yo, he doesn't know if Shorty was lying or not. He thinks Shorty might be lying just to keep him. I don't know, that would be sick. But Issa was finally feeling happy. Everything was working out for her. She fucking dumped my guy Nathan really crazy and tragic. Like, she didn't even need to do all that, but it was like, whatever. So now my guy is, you know, sitting in the wayside. And I've been Nathan too. Like, I've been a nigga that like thought that he could still maybe, even like women just make things weird sometimes. Like we could just be friends. Like you told me you got a man, I'm like, all right, cool. Like we could be cool. Like you were making this weirder than it has to be. And I don't understand that. Like we don't always have to have sex. I like people for their minds. Like I'm minored in psychology. So it's like, feel me, the human mind fascinates me crazy. So I just don't understand sometimes why women are the way they are. So I try to, feel me, speak to them in ways where, you know, they could be accountable, but that is an issue. So once again, thank you for watching the channel. This is s01e05 signing out. We'll have another episode probably Sunday. Most likely Sunday. We'll see how things go. I like the fact that I'm making content more. So, I don't even know who's watching. Probably nobody. Next week, I will finally do the Drake versus Big Sean versus Wale versus J. Cole versus Kendrick. Wale just put out like a 6-piece project. So, check that out. I feel like the last album, like on Sue Me, which is a great song.
Sue Me, I'm rooting for everybody that's black.
He was like, this is his last album. And, you know, this, I guess, with the project he he put out his EP, so I guess he could continue to put out EPs and it's not a problem. J. Cole and No Name had like a little beef, but it's weird. That whole thing is weird. I like music. I always like music, so I'm gonna like I like the songs that came out of it, but it's like none of y'all could have just spoke on the phone and just got this over with. Like J. Cole could have called her and they could have spoke, and then like No Name could have been like, oh, like even just separately, like, yo, J. Cole is dope. Like she could have just even separately, or it doesn't even matter because J. Cole's been in the streets. Like these niggas don't have to tweet that they've been in the streets when they've been in the streets. Like I don't have to. Someone told me about something about me using my platform about some, and I'm like, yo, my bad. I be on Twitter most of the time, and I posted on Instagram. You just missed it, and it's like you missed it. That's cool. That's like I don't like. I'm just weird with things that I post, but on Twitter I'm more open because I feel like that's just more of a place where we can speak. And I've been speaking about it. I've been retweeting. I've been showing my support. I've been donating. It's like, yo, the amount of money that I put in is crazy. The amount of money that I got niggas to put in is crazy. So I don't want no one to tell me nothing. And the things that I'm still doing, I don't want no one to tell me nothing. The things that I want to do, I don't want no one to tell me nothing. It's just that I don't broadcast things. And I'm just always been more of the behind the scenes type of person because the life that I lead, it's a no face, no case type of situation. But it sucks that I make music and have my face is out there. So it's like, I just have to be more careful than ever. And that's what I've been trying to do. And I don't have to appease you, but I've been doing my due diligence. Fucking Kanye was out here giving out Virgils left and right, 2 million of them things. So it's like, feel me? Niggas moving silence. He was in the streets. It's like, niggas don't gotta be seeing everybody. You don't know me like that. About to get there. Cash out.
Hey,